A debate started on Twitter about what constitutes a shotokan. Like, what counts as a character being classified as a shoto? And I've seen a lot of stupid arguments, one way or the other. A lot of people being just head-ass on purpose. A lot of people gatekeeping the definition to mean something wildly different than what it means. And I felt like I had to come on here and set the record straight. So first of all, let's jump into some definitions right off the bat. Wikipedia article for shotokan. Shotokan is a style of karate, and it's the most widely practiced style of karate. You could look at this Wikipedia article yourself. They don't use this. Watch, okay. Here is the Street Fighter Wiki article on shotokans. Shotokan, or shoto for short, is the colloquial term used to describe the fighting style used by characters such as Ryu, Ken, Akuma, Guken, Sakura, Dan Hibiki, and Shan Matsuda. Okay, makes sense so far. The origin of the term: Capcom USA originally referred to the fighting style as shotokan, despite it bearing little resemblance to the real-life discipline of the same name, especially the special moves used from the style. In fact, Makoto's Rindokan style shares the most similarities to actual shotokan karate. So there you go, right off the bat, they don't use the fighting style. So it was like misnamed early on and everyone just stuck with it, right? So that means right off the bat we have to agree that we're using a different definition of shoto here. Okay? We're not using the fighting style because right off the bat that would be wrong. So we have to accept that we created a new definition of shoto based on the fighting style that Ryu and Ken use. So at this point, you have to break it down to its core element. A shoto has three things, okay? A fireball type projectile, an uppercut move like a shoryuken, and an advancing forward special like a tatsu. And these can vary in appearance, they can vary in style, they can even vary in frame data, they can vary in every way. That's the only three things you have to have. Alright? So with all of that in mind, we're going to go through and classify the entire Smash roster and determine once and for all who is actually a shoto. To be a shoto, you have to have a Hado style move, a Shoryu style move, and a Tatsu style move. It doesn't matter what they look like, it matters the function. Would you agree or disagree that the Tatsu move has to be a special, or can it be a normal? I personally think that Smash inputs are so different that it wouldn't be fair to require it being a special, because Smash characters' specials are using the B button, it's not using inputs. So like, so what if Villager, for example, has a projectile mapped to the A button? It's still a projectile. And I have an example in mind that I'll get into later of why I don't think it needs to be a special. It just has to have the function of a Tatsu. That's the most important part. I got the easy ones first. Obviously, Ryu and Ken are the prototypes. They are 100% without a doubt shotos. And we can base all of the rest of our decisions off of them. So okay, it sounds like we all agree on the three fundamental things you have to be a shoto. So let's get started. We'll just go in alphabetical order, because that's easiest. So we'll start with Banjo. Banjo has projectiles. He's got eggs and grenades, and he can send them forward, so that's the fireball covered. And Banjo has Wonder Wing, which is an advancing move. It's also invincible, so it beats projectiles, so it absolutely has to fall under the Tatsu category. However, Banjo does not have a rising uppercut move. So I have 5 categories here. They're either completely a shoto, or there's 3 ways that can be almost a shoto if they're only missing one of the 3 moves, and then not a shoto for everybody that only has 1 or 0 of the criteria. So right off the bat, Banjo-Kazooie, they're almost a shoto, but they're missing an uppercut. They got Wonder Wing and they got eggs and grenades, but they don't have an uppercut move. Next, Bayonetta. Now Bayo has Witch Twist to go up, and whatever the fuck heel slide is called, I think it's just heel slide, to advance. So right there, that's 2 out of 3. The question is, do we count guns as a fireball? Guns aren't a neutral fireball? Shoto's technically a fireball for neutral. Listen, Bayo can use her guns in neutral, and it's her neutral B. I think this counts. Sure, they can be rapid fired, but nowhere in the criteria did it say it has to be a single move. Ryu has a multi-hit fireball, red fireball. Red fireball's multi-hit, Bayo's guns are multi-hit. I'm gonna count it. Bayo is a shoto. Now Bowser. Bowser's flame breath I will not count as a projectile. Even if it can be absorbed by some stuff in this game, it does not actually leave his hurt box. It stays attached to him the whole time, doesn't travel forward, so I will not count that as a projectile. He also doesn't have an advancing move. Sure, he can move sideways with his up B, but that's nothing. And he doesn't have a rising uppercut. Bowser is not a shoto. Playful Piano, you disagree with the definition of a shoto projectile? Alright. How would you guys redefine a shoto projectile besides being a forward-moving, horizontal projectile? One that can be used in neutral? Why can't you use Bayo's guns in neutral? What's stopping you from using any projectile in neutral? It literally stops advances. You know that her guns fire at an upwards angle, right? So it stops approaches. Forces you to like reassess your game. That's neutral right there. I think as long as it's horizontal and covers space, that's all you need. If you charge her guns, they stun. Listen, if they didn't stun at all, like Fox Laser, I will not count Fox Laser. You have my word on that. But if you charge Bayo's grounded guns, they do stun. I'm gonna keep Bayo in the shoto category. I don't care. She's got all the tools she needs. Unless somebody can show me a hitbox of Bayo's gun and prove that they're not projectiles that move forward, then I'll reconsider. If it's actually just stationary the whole time and covers that whole zone, then I'll call it a disjointed move instead. Here, if it'll make you guys happy for now, I'll move her here to missing projectile, but I reserve the right to move her back. At least for reference, Bayo's other gun moves from her normals are all hit, scan, not projectiles. Alright, you win. Bayo is almost a shoto. I will say her guns don't count as a fireball. Alright, Chrom. Chrom's up B actually is invincible and rises. So I'm going to say Chrom has the uppercut, but I don't know about the advancing move. Dancing Blade is an advancing move. I suppose technically it is. You just have to input it multiple times because one hit doesn't count. And like, okay, regardless, Chrom does not have a projectile, so we know that he's not a shoto. The question is he almost a shoto? Is he in the Bayo category, or is he not a shoto at all? Alright, we're running a poll. Are Dancing Blade style moves Tatsus? This will decide whether or not Chrom is almost a shoto or not a shoto. Alright. It looks like we got a strong majority voting no on the poll. So it looks like we're not going to be classifying Dancing Blade as a Tatsu. So Chrom is not a shoto. Alright, fair enough. Now Cloud. Now Cloud, I think Cloud has a case. Got Blade Beam, there's the projectile, goes along the ground, can move after you send it out, absolutely counts. His up B, up and down, that is, it anti-airs. I think it has some invincibility, absolutely assure you. Now here's the question. Ellington, you say Cloud has no Tatsu. What about down tilt? We're not saying that it has to be a special move, because Smash input system is very different from traditional fighters. It doesn't have to be a special move. His down tilt literally approaches. It can zone break because it can low profile things. I think we gotta count it. I think Cloud is our first Smash Bros. Shoto. I'll agree, but I don't like it. Listen, we gotta stretch the rules a little bit because this is Smash Bros. And if we keep it really strict, then it's just impossible. Alright, Corrin. Got the projectile. Got the uppercut. Up B, it can anti-air. It's got invincibility too. Does Corrin, do we count pin? It's two inputs, but it's different than Dancing Blade. Because she lunges right at you, and pin has invincibility. I think it counts. Alright, Daisy. Which I guess there's no... Oh, Daisy and Peach are both on here, even though they're identical. Okay. So, they've got the uppercut. Peach and Daisy. They've got projectiles. You can throw those turnips, and you can act after throwing them. They may be items, but most fighting games don't have items. So if you have a throwable projectile, like a throwable item, I think we gotta count that. And they got side B. So yeah, between turnips, Peach Bomber, and Umbrella, Peach and Daisy are shotos. Alright, moving on to Pit and Dark Pit. They've got advancing moves with their side B. They've got projectiles, but they're missing uppercut. I'm not going to count their up smash jumping them slightly off the ground. I'm not going to count that. And I'm not going to count Pit's side B as an uppercut because it doesn't anti-air. It's too slow, and it doesn't fulfill the requirements of a DP. I'm going to say Dark Pit and Pit are missing an uppercut. The Donkey Kong's not a shoto, come on. I don't think he has anything. Donkey Kong's grounded up B might move him forward a bit, but nah, Donkey Kong's not a shoto. We could just skip right by that. Alright, Dr. Mario. Dr. Mario has the uppercut. He has the projectile, but he doesn't have an advancing move. So Dr. Mario is almost a shoto, missing advancing move. Down B, okay. Down B, Dr. Tornado does not count as a forward advancing move. It might be able to advance you upwards. You might be able to move forwards with it a little bit, but it does not count. I will not call Dr. Tornado a Tatsu. What I will, however, call a Tatsu is Luigi Missile. Luigi is a shoto. 100%. I'll give you that concession. Luigi is a shoto. But I'm not giving it to Dr. Mario. I don't care if Dr. Tornado helps recover. I don't care if you can move slightly forward with it. It's not a Tatsu. Dr. Mario is more of a shoto than Mario? Oh, absolutely. Mario's also going in this category, don't worry. He's going right there. Do we count dash attacks? Not on their own. I think the move has to advance you more than just your forward momentum from doing a dash attack. So I don't think dash attacks should count unless they like have insane range. Like maybe you could make an argument for like snakes or something. But we'll get there. Alright. This one's fun. Ice climbers. Ice climbers are a shoto. However, I have to make this very clear. Ice climbers are only a shoto when both of them are alive. Because if you lose one of your ice climbers, your up B loses its hitbox. And that means you lose your Shoryu, which means Sopo is not a shoto, but the ice climbers are. Bro, belay goes so high. Belay goes so high, it doesn't matter if it's slow because it anti-airs like fucking Kirby coming down from heaven. Like, ice climbers are a shoto. They've got an advancing ground-based projectile they can follow. They've got Sister Twister, which is a fucking spin, so it's more of a Tatsu than most of these other moves. And they've got an uppercut special. Ice climbers, when together, are a shoto. Alright, Inkling is going to be another Bayonetta case. I'm pretty sure Inkling's ink is not actually a projectile, it's a stationary disjoint. Ooh, Splat Bomb though, I forgot about Splat Bomb. Alright, I'll count Splat Bomb as a projectile. Yeah, Inkling ink is like Bowser Fire Breath and Bayo's guns, but I'll count Splat Bomb. Is Roller an advancing move? You have control over it, so it's kind of weird. I want to say no, because it's just you walking around. But it does advance you with a hitbox active. I think you guys might have convinced me. So we're still missing an uppercut, but Inkling might be almost a shoto. K-Roll is a shoto. I don't want to count his dash attack, even though, okay, interesting factor to consider here. Do we give K-Roll's dash attack some extra points for having belly armor on it? I know we said that invincibility or intangibility isn't a requirement for a Tatsu. No? Okay. Alright. So K. Rool is missing an advancing move. Fair enough, fair enough. Also, his up tilt doesn't put him in the air. Well, we did establish that it doesn't have to put you in the air, like we saw from Skullgirls, but we're also not really counting up smashes and up tilts for the most part, except, okay, here's the problem we're going to run into. So let's just get the elephant in the room out of the way right now, Mega Man. Mega Man's up tilt is literally a Shoryuken. Mega Man's got everything you need. His down tilt, advancing move, hella projectiles, and his up tilt is a quick kill move that puts him in the air. So if Mega Man is a Shoto, I then ask you, why is K. Rool's up tilt not Mega Man's up tilt, just without the jump? I'll say K. Rool's not a Shoto if we can at least agree that Mega Man is. Alright, I'm happy with that. Kirby. So Kirby's missing an advancing move. And his projectile and his uppercut are the same move. Do we count them? Wait, K. Rool's jab 3 moves him, K. Rool's a Shoto? Damn, alright, yeah, you convinced me. K. Rool's a Shoto. His jab 3 moves him forward. Alright, if we were talking Smash 4 custom Kirby, where you have that inhale that literally jumps him forward, I would say Kirby's a Shoto. But as it stands now, I think he's missing an advancing move. Kirby's dash attack is a cool fireball, but I don't want to count it. I don't want to count dash attacks. I don't think it's special enough. You know what I mean? Little Mac, advancing move and uppercut, no projectile. Almost a Shoto. If only they let him throw a rock or like his gloves or something. Little Mac would be a Shoto. Alright, me Brawler though? Okay, hear me out. Shot put, check. An up B that can work as a Shoryu, check. A side B that advances him, check. Me Brawler? Absolutely a Shoto. He can even dress up as Shotos. Me Brawler is a Shoto. And you guys might not like this, but so is Me Gunner. As long as you pick the right specials. You've got the projectile. Me Gunner's got a fast up B that has a hitbox and anti-airs. And one of Me Gunner's up specials can go forward. It can go sideways. Listen, it doesn't... Nobody said that it has to be possible for them to have all these moves at the same time, as long as they have these moves. Sure, if you boot up into a match, Me Gunner is no longer a Shoto. But Me Gunner as a character on this, because I'm constrained to what Ultimate Tier List Maker has. They have all the moves you need. Alright, let me pull up Me Gunner. Oh wait, up tilt? What's this up tilt doing? Oh, what is that? Is that a Shoryu I see? Is that a 5-frame startup jump up into the air like Mega Man? What's that? Looks just like Mega Man's to me, I don't know. So if you don't want me to count 2 separate up Bs at the same time, we'll use this as the Shoryu, and we'll say that our particular Me Gunner is using... What is it? Arm Rocket. Wait, is it Arm Rocket? Or Lunar Launch? It's the one that goes sideways. There's one that can go sideways. That's a forward approach. Wait, is that the one with no hitbox? Fuck, you're right. There's no hitbox on that one. Alright. I stand defeated. No Tatsu. Me Gunner has no Tatsu. Alright, I accept that. This is why I said backwards fair is a Tatsu. I don't know. I feel like you have to approach with the hitbox, not shoot a projectile and go the opposite way. Alright, Sword Fighter. It's got Chakram. Okay, actually, Sword Fighter is going to be one we have to look at because the specials vary. We've got an advancing move. We got 2 advancing moves, but that uses up our side B. So our side B is used up on our advancing move. Oh, Stone Scabbard is a uppercut. That still counts. It's a very terrible one. You should always be using one of the other 2 moves, but there you go. There's an uppercut. And then we can use either Shuriken or Tornado as our neutral B. Whichever one you think is more fireball-like. I think Tornado, because you can approach with it, and it's pretty dope, and has setups. You could count Chakram, but then you lose your approaching move. So we're going to go with Tornado, Gale Stab, and Stone Scabbard, and we're going to say that Mii Sword Fighter is a Shoto. Alright, so 2 out of the 3 Miis are Shotos, and the last one almost is. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Now hear me out. You can say whatever you want about all of his individual fruits, but if you tell me right now that melon is not a fireball, you're lying. Pac-Man is a Shoto. Up B is absolutely an uppercut. That shit's so good out of shield. It anti-airs, it's fast, and it jumps him off the ground. Pac-Man is a Shoto. Alright. Pichu, Pikachu. They got the projectile, they've got the advancing move, but they don't have an uppercut. Shake? Shake. Alright, good. Alright, Olimar. Oh boy, okay. This one's gonna be some debate. Down tilt doesn't go far enough. Down tilt's like DDDs. That's not an approaching move. But what do we think about the other 2? Does up tilt count? It's a very weak multi-hit Shoryu. But does it fulfill all our requirements? Purple is a fireball? Absolutely, yeah. The other ones latch on, but purple's a fireball. I think Olimar's just missing the advancing move. Ooh, up smash. Actually, that's a good point. Up smash is a disjointed hitbox that leaves the ground. And by being a disjoint, it's pseudo-invincible. So yeah, I will say, okay, Olimar is almost a Shoto. He's just missing an advancing move. Now, I don't want to rank Pokemon Trainer. I kind of want to rank each separately. But, okay, actually, fuck it. Let's rank Pokemon Trainer. If it's going to give it to me as one character, we got to rank it as one character, right? So, Squirtle's missing a projectile. Charizard's missing a projectile. And Ivysaur is missing everything but a projectile. However, with their powers combined, Pokemon Trainer is a Shoto. He's just a stance-changing Shoto. Okay, like imagine for a minute. Imagine you're playing Guilty Gear Strive, right? Imagine you're playing Leo Whitefang. He's got ways to switch stances between facing forward or backwards. Now, if, for example, he only had a projectile, hypothetically, when facing forward, and only had an advancing move when facing backward, we would still call him a Shoto, right? I think we would. Razor Leaf is a projectile. And then Charizard's Fly and Squirtle's Waterfall are DPs. And then we got Flare Blitz and, what is it called? Withdraw. Squirtle's forward movement. Pokemon Trainer is a stance-switching Shoto. And Pyra Mythra, we're about to run into the exact same situation. Let's see. Advancing move when you have Mythra. Projectile when you have Pyra. And a DP on Mythra. So Pyra and Mythra, when together, are a stance-changing Shoto as well. Now the Belmonts. I think they count. He's got the cross that he throws out. He's got the DP. And his down tilt is an advancing move. So the Belmonts are Shotos. Rob has laser and gyro. So he's got the projectile down. His side B does advance and has a reflector attached to it. So I'm going to count that as a Tatsu. I think Rob's just missing a DP. He's almost there. But none of Rob's moves are close enough to a DP to count. Alright, Ridley up smash by a narrow margin, 55%. Is a DP and Ridley is a shoto. Definitively decided. I love democracy. No takesies, backsies. Alright, Robin. Robin's got the projectile. No advancing move. No DP. The communist likes democracy. Hey, how do you think we're gonna get all our policies in power? We gotta vote for it first. Democracy is the most communist thing that we could have. That's how you all vote for me. And then we instill the dictatorship. Ooh, Sephiroth. He's got the projectile. He's got the advancing move. How fast is his up B? I don't know if it's fast enough to be an uppercut. Yeah, none of his other moves. Up smash too slow. Aerials can't be. Up B's pretty slow. I don't think so. His up B is pretty slow. I don't know about up tilt. Okay, let's look at up tilt. Up tilt. 10 frame startup. Okay. Hold on, does it scoop? It scoops. Hold up. Okay, so it has the grounded hitbox. It anti-airs, and it's 10 frames. Oh, that's tough. He doesn't jump off the ground, but I don't think that's important. Even DPs can have blind spots. I think this might be a DP, guys. I can physically hear Yipes screaming scoops on that. Sephi is hella shoto. That's all I need. If we got Yipes with the scoops, Sephiroth is a shoto. Solid Snake. He's got the projectiles. Let's take a look at his up tilt. Before I decide that it definitively is a DP, it's fast as hell. It's got intangibility. Scoops. Anti-air. It fulfills all the requirements except for leaving the ground, which we accepted with Sephiroth's up tilt. So Snake's up tilt is a DP. So the final question becomes, does he have an advancing move? Do we count dash attack? Keep in mind, we have not counted any other dash attacks up until this point. But Snake's goes the farthest. Is Snake's dash attack a special case here? I think it is. I think being the literal farthest dash attack that he leaps forward is enough. Look how fucking far that goes. They have to make it a horizontal giant-ass box to show us Snake dash attack. And that purple means intangibility, right? You can't look at this box and see how far he moves and tell me that's not an advancing move. Solid Snake from Metal Gear Solid is a shoto. Steve's a grappler. Can't be a shoto if you're a grappler. Get out of here. It's that easy. Totally different archetype. Steve Geef. Confirmed. Alright, you know what? Missing uppercut. There you go. You happy, Minecraft fans? Terry. Alright. We already call him a shoto. There's no way he's not. Based on the criteria we've set, I don't care. There was debate before Kazuya was announced about Terry being called a shoto and how offended people got by that. But how is he not? How is Terry not a shoto? He's got all the tools. Uppercut? Check. Invincibility even. Sure, maybe it has a bit of a flash kick component to it with the ability to charge it, but you don't have to charge it. So it counts. Approaching move, easy. He's got like 3 of them. And he's got his projectile. Wolf's a shoto. Wolf is like the prototype of a shoto. Wolf has like a Terry-like moveset. Like the laser, or blaster rather, is just like a fireball. Side B and up B are both approaching moves that I've literally seen used to zone break and shit. And I think his up smash is his DP. Have you seen that shit? It's actually criminal what Wolf players can get away with this up smash. 13 startup is totally fine. Scoops like fucking hell. Look at the scoop hitboxes on that. And then he jumps up into the air with an anti-air. Oh, and up tilt too, absolutely. Up tilt. Frame 7. Scoops. Anti-airs, jumps off the ground. Wolf's a shoto. Wait, isn't Fox a shoto? We agreed that his lasers, since they don't actually have a hitbox, don't fulfill the requirement of a fireball. And Falco just lacks a DP. But although we've kind of redefined DPs a bit, maybe we should take another look. Because that's a kind of compelling argument right here. Frame 7, scoops, jumps off the ground, anti-airs. We might be moving Fox to missing a projectile and Falco to full-on shoto. Yoshi. Yoshi's got an advancing move and egg projectiles. He's in this weird, like, he doesn't really have a DP category, though. So Yoshi goes down here. Shoto free? Yoshi doesn't have a DP. Up smash? Nah. Oh, wait, he leaves the ground and it's invincible? Fuck, wait, actually. It's basically flash kick without the charge. That is a DP, isn't it? I didn't realize he jumped so high and had invincibility. Alright, Yoshi. Welcome. Welcome to Shoto Gang. Yoshi does the Ryu pose, so therefore he's def with Shoto. That's valid. I accept that answer. Yoshi's a Shoto. I don't think Zelda's a Shoto. And finally, Zero Suit Samus, who has a moving forward horizontal projectile. Her up B is a DP. And she has flip jump, which can zone break and approaches. So Zero Suit is a Shoto. 100%. But we do actually have one more character. We haven't looked at Kazuya himself. I actually have to rewatch this trailer to understand his moves, because I don't remember. So let's just watch. Kazuya from Tekken in Smash Bros. This is going to be pain to analyze? Probably. We don't know frame data or anything, but I feel like we can get a good idea. They showcased them after the trailer and presentation. Oh, did they? Maybe that's better. Okay, so right off the bat, he has Tekken-style wave dashing, which is crazy. That movement's going to be sick. Okay. Yeah, command grab. Cool throws. Yeah, okay. So he's got zone breaking. But I think that's just his movement option. I don't think that's a move. Oh, okay. That was a Tatsu if I ever saw one. You see that? Tatsumaki right there. Okay, so he's got the approaching move. Oh, another approaching move. Easily. 10-hit combo. Does he have a projectile? I actually don't know this. Does Kazuya have a projectile? He has a DP in the presentation afterwards. Perfect. He has lasers. We're going to have to wait for the character to come out to really say. And he's not even in the tier list maker anyways. So what we'll say for now is that all signs point towards Kazuya being a Shoto. But we have to see his frame data and see how he plays to really know for sure. It's possible he doesn't have a proper projectile. It's possible that his DP isn't fast enough. It's possible that his approaching move doesn't really approach like we think it does, and maybe it's more of a dancing blade. But I'm pretty happy with this. We got a definitive list here of which characters in Smash are shotos and which ones are not. It's time to rip it, grip it, ship it, and get Twitter all riled up about it. It's Twitter's problem now. Thank you all for being a part of this. This was a lot of fun. I love arguing about pointless shit that doesn't matter because people on Twitter are pissed off about it and then capitalizing off of it with some free exposure for the stream. So thank you everyone for being a part of this experience.